Hey friends, it's Len here at 1A Auto. Today I'm working on a 2007 Hyundai Elantra. I'm going to show you a quick oil change. It's going to be very simple. I want to be the guy that shows you how to do it. If you need any parts or instructional videos, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. So here we go. We've got the hood up, right? Right here is our engine oil dipstick. Okay, it says engine oil right on it, or ENG oil. I like to just pull them out. I'll take a look at what my oil looks like before I even get started. It really doesn't look too bad. I've definitely seen worse. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right back in there, just like that. Before I go to fill though, I'm going to make sure it's all the way down. Now I'm going to take my oil fill. This is the cap right here. On top of my cap, it tells me exactly what kind of oil to use, 5W20. That's what you want to use. You don't want to use 1540 or 1040 or, I don't know, 2050 or anything like that in this, okay? Just go 5W20. Easy peasy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set this right over here, and I'll tell you the reason for that. It's a very quick story. Basically, you go underneath it, you drain the oil, you do your thing, you come back out, next thing you know, somebody gets to talking with you, and you don't remember if you added oil or not, right? I can't remember. So you get in, you start it up, whatever. You don't really know, whatever. You go to shut the hood, now the hood won't be able to shut because this is right here. You're gonna say, why is my oil? I didn't add oil. It can happen. People forget things. Human error, right? We're gonna put it right here, protect ourselves from human error. Something that I always like to do when I'm doing oil changes, and you can, or you don't have to do this. It's your prerogative, it's your car. Just take a peek at your fluids, okay? You've got brake fluid, you've got an air filter over here, transmission fluid, you've got your washer fluid, your coolant. This particular vehicle has electric power steering, so we don't have power steering fluid. Just take a look at your fluids. Take a look at your air filter. You can even watch a video on that. We'll show you how, all right? Let's get started on this oil change and we'll keep going. 17mm drain plug. I'm just gonna use a wrench. Put my wrench on there. I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise and give it a little bonk. Bonk, bonk. That's my thing. Get my bucket ready. Here we are. Cool. It's always a good idea to wear gloves when you're doing this. And in all honesty, some safety glasses would be nice. Should probably grab mine. We've got our engine oil draining. Right up here is our oil filter. Anytime you're changing your oil, you should always change your oil filter. I've got my filter wrench. It's just a medium-sized filter wrench. Nothing special about it. That draining into my bucket as well. Multitasking. I'm delegating my time, making sure that I've got two things going at once. At this time, something that I could do would be, I don't know, check tire pressure. You want to make sure your tires are set, right? Or you could even take a walk down your vehicle, or a slide, I guess, if you're laying on the ground. Check everything out. Make sure your exhaust is nice and tight. You know, nothing going on. Anything we should be paying special attention to. Got a whole bunch of brand new parts back here. Looks like 1A Auto's been installing some pretty good stuff. Cool. Looks good to me. We'll wait for this to finish draining out till it's a slow trickle. Could even take the oil filter off now. Might help it along. So we've got our oil filter. I've got some of our 520 oil we're going to be using, 4.2 quarts of this, by the way. I'm just going to prime up my oil filter now. Put some oil in there. Okay, I'll set this aside. I'm going to take my gloved hand. I'm just going to coat this gasket right here with our nice fresh oil. Okay, that's going to make it so the gasket will be able to slide well on the filter housing, and also when I go to remove it next time, it should come right off. Shouldn't cause an issue. The purpose for adding a little bit of oil inside here is called priming, and that just helps your oil pump along. So when you first start up your car, there's already going to be oil in here, so when the oil pump goes, it shoots oil up through, there'll already be some in here, and it'll be able to spray oil right off the bat instead of air at first. We'll make sure we clean this off now. This is where the filter gasket rides. You don't want any crud or debris on there. We'll take our lubed and primed filter, put it on here. Once it bottoms out and it feels like it's snug, we'll grab our filter wrench, just like that. I'm gonna grab my filter wrench. I'm gonna give it a few cranks, okay? You just basically want it to go around like maybe a quarter to a half a turn. And now we're gonna wait for this to finish up, like I said, until it comes to a slow trickle to even nothing coming out if you got all that time. And then we'll close it up. So we've got this down to a slow trickle. If you want, you can wait a couple days for it to finish up. There's always still gonna be oil coming down from in there, you know? I mean, oil, it's doing its job, it's sticking the metal in there. Eventually it works its way down a little bit. Just gonna snug this. There we are. I'm gonna torque this down to 30 foot-pounds with a 17mm socket and my torque wrench. There we are. We'll clean this down and the oil filter area. We'll get this out of the way and we'll fill her up. I'm gonna use some parts cleaner. I'm gonna clean down this area. I have my safety glasses on, my hand protection of course. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for a second. It's always hard for me to do. There's that. Let's do the oil filter now. Everything's nice and clean. There's no toxic oil going to be dripping onto the ground as we're driving around with this. Should be good to go. Let's get it down, we'll fill it up. So now it's time to go ahead and add the oil, right? We've got our 520 oil. It's Dexos approved. We're using full synthetic, nothing but the best. I'm going to take my oil dipstick, push it down. We're going to add 4.2 quarts. This right here is a 5-quart jug, okay? So here's 4 quarts. Comes up above that, that's 5. When we go down, we're going to go 4.2. So we're going to be, I don't know, maybe like a little bit below that 1 quart. We'll stop about halfway between there and the bottom, and then we'll run it. If we need to add more, we'll add a little bit more. It's easier to add than it is to take some out. It's always a little better to have it a little low than a little high, by the way. So I've got the oil level just below the 1 quart line. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna close this up. We're gonna run it for a little while, get it nice and warm. Then we'll turn it off, let it sit for a minute or two, and we'll check the oil level. So we just started it up. We let it run for a second. Now I've let it sit for another couple minutes here. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this. And pull it out. Wipe it off, of course. I just want to show you. There's a full dot, a low dot. In between the low dot and the full is approximately 1 quart. So if you're at the bottom dot, by the time we're done here, well, I guess you're gonna have to add a quart. Let's see where we're at. Looks like we are right at the full dot. I'm gonna go with, we're not gonna add any more oil to that. It's perfect. We'll make sure that we put this back down so the engine oil is facing us, because why not? So we got this closed. Oil's on there. It's not sitting right here. Looks like we're good to go. We'll close the hood. We'll make a little sticker if you want, or make yourself a little note to remind yourself when to change the oil, and off you go. Great job.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts shipped to your door, the place for DIY auto repair. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button.